Hi, welcome to Math Time with Mrs. Depperschmidt. Today we'll be working with multiples. One thing I'd like to help you remember with is multiples you can always think about count on. And it's called multiples because the numbers are the ones you'll find in the multiplication table. We get the multiples of a number by multiplying it. Always remember too, if you feel like it would be a good idea to pause the video, work some examples with paper and pencil. I highly recommend that. Also, I would love to see your work. If you have some paper and pencil work from watching the video, please bring it to school and share it with me. I'd love to see how you process and figure out things. All right. When we're working with multiples, the first thing we might be asked to do is find the multiples of a number. That's where counting on is helpful. For example, the multiples of 2 are 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. We've been skip counting in that way for many, many years in our mathematics practice. Now we'll just take multiples to the next level. One thing we like to do is determine whether or not a number we're thinking about is a multiple of another number. For example, if we're asked to find out, we'll use the divisibility rule to decide whether a number is a multiple of another number. In this case, we'll find out if 18 is a multiple of 4. Think about that for a minute. Can 18 be divided evenly into 4? Another way to ask that is to say, can 4 go into 18 without any leftovers? And let's think about that. If we try to divide 18 objects into groups of 4, will they come out even? Go ahead and pause the video and figure that out. If the answer is yes, we know that 18 is a multiple of 4. But if there are leftovers, turns out that 18 is not a multiple of 4. And that's how multiples work. The divisibility rule involves dividing the smaller number into the number you're trying to figure out. Another thing we'll be working on with multiples is finding multiples of a certain number. For example, if we're asked to find the first 12 multiples of 11, we're thinking about the consecutive numbers that we can multiply 11 by to find the multiples of 11. And I've written some whole numbers down here. The consecutive means in order, and the 3 dots at the bottom mean we could keep on going, because if we're trying to find the first 12 multiples of 11, we'll need more room on this piece of paper. If you would please work on that for just a moment while I put some on the sheet. Okay, I have fleshed out part of this chart that I've started, finding the multiples of 11, and I've written some multiplication equations. Starting with one group of 11, we know the answer to that, it's 11. Two groups of 11, hopefully you figure that out, that is 22. Three groups of 11, and then we would go on with 4 groups of 11, 5 groups of 11, 6 groups of 11, until we're done through the number 12. All of these numbers are the first 12 multiples of 11. And when you see those, you might say we're counting by 11s to get all of the answers. Okay, 11, 22, 33, 44. Those are the first 4 multiples of 11, and if we were continuing on through the first 12 multiples 11, we would be completely finished. That's how multiples work. We'll take another look at school and do some further examples. I hope you've had a great evening, great time working with me tonight. I had fun. Please be kind, and I'll see you at class.